Hey guys, how's it going? So today I wanted to do a video on building your pedal board. This is something that I think can be really challenging and overwhelming for a lot of people, so I came up with 4 steps that I think can make this doable or easier for a lot of people. So yeah, step 1. Step 1 is analyzing your core tones. What does that even mean, dude? Well, analyzing your core tones means you need to think about what kind of music you're playing, which usually comes from what kind of music you're listening to. So if you're, into death metal and punk, you're probably not going to be using the same effects or pedals that, somebody who plays in church or who plays with a psych rock band is going to be using. So you're really going to have to think about what kind of music you're playing and what you're going to be using your pedal board for. Moving on. Step 2 is to decide on your pedals. This is where it can get really crazy and hectic for a lot of people just because there's so much out there, and I feel like a lot of people don't really know what they're looking at when they buy it. Don't just go to Guitar Center and buy whatever Boss pedal they have there. I mean, you should really do your research. One of my favorite places to buy pedals, and also one of the best places to learn about pedals, is from Chicago Music Exchange. Chicago Music Exchange has a drop-down menu where you can basically click on any large category of pedals, like delays or reverbs or distortions or fuzzes or whatever, and you can click on it and see what they offer, what kinds of pedals they offer, and they don't offer crappy stuff. Chicago Music Exchange has some of the best gear out there. So I would definitely recommend using the internet and going out and finding what your favorite band uses and then watching reviews on YouTube of that pedal. I mean, there's everything out there, and it's just an endless stream of information, especially about something like guitar pedals. So check it out. Step 3 is going to be planning and budgeting. This is boring, but you really need to think about it. I'm going to do the boring part first and the kind of exciting part second. So the boring part is budgeting. Just a simple way to go about it is, if you have $500 to spend, don't buy a $500 pedal. Definitely think about what you're going to want on your board, tuner, distortion, delay, so then you split up your money evenly. Or, people forget to factor in the cost of boards or cables or power supplies or whatever, and that's just something that you're really going to have to think about and make sure you know what you're buying, because it's not cool to be broke. Planning is super important because you need to think about how you're going to turn an idea into a real thing. Pedalboardplanner.com is amazing. It has all of Pedal Train's line on it, so you can just take your board and then fill it up with whatever pedal you're thinking about getting and space them out and figure out the order you want them and how you're going to want it on your board and everything. They have thousands of pedals on there, and you can spend hours designing your dream board and what kind of pedals you want on there. So definitely check that out. The last step is to build your board. Building your board can be super fun and definitely the best part of it. I would definitely recommend doing a lot of research on how to build a board. I know there's a lot of videos on YouTube. Some things that I would recommend doing are thinking about your power supply. So I have 2 boards from Pedal Train over here. One is the Pedal Train Nano. The Pedal Train Nano is the smallest pedal train that they've made so far, and it's super flat, so you don't have a lot of room for a power supply underneath, which is why the Pedal Train Volto is a really great option, because it's just a rechargeable battery that you can fit under there perfectly. It'll fit under there, surprise. So I would definitely think about picking up something like this, or picking up a 1-spot daisy chain if you are going to be using a flat board. if you're going to be using a bigger board like the Pedal Train Junior, Pedal Train Junior has an angle to it. So you can see that there's a lot of room under here when you sit it flat for a power supply and for, you know, some things underneath there, cabling and such. So I hope I've provided you guys with a lot of information that you can use to build your perfect board. Definitely, if you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below, and remember to subscribe to my channel and follow me on Twitter. If you guys have built any sick boards, I definitely want to see them, so give me a shout out on Twitter. Alright guys, good luck building. See you next time.